If you're an artist looking to have a career in music, then fan engagement on Spotify is vital. I analyzed the data of thousands of new artists and producers that have become successful and those who haven't. And I discovered two winning strategies that are guaranteed to work if done correctly. The two key strategies that I'll be discussing in detail are short content and paid ad campaigns. However, before we get started on the two winning strategies, there are three main things that you should know before you try to make it big on Spotify. Number one, active versus passive listeners. It is crucial that you understand the difference between active and passive listeners before we get started discussing marketing strategies. Simply put, active listeners are good, passive listeners are bad, and here's why. Active listeners are people that actually want to listen to your song by choice. When they hit save on your song, they have a higher chance of becoming lifelong listeners. They have a higher conversion to share it with their friend and add your songs to their own personal playlist. They also have a higher conversion to follow you on other social media platforms to keep up to date with you. If you have more people saving your songs and actively listening to them, your songs are more likely to appear on Spotify playlists that last a long time, like Discover Weekly or Made For You playlists. These playlists help spread your music to similar people who will also listen to it regularly. Passive listeners are people or bots that listen to music without really paying attention. They might be at the gym, sleeping, or really not focused on the music. There are also a lot of fake listeners that are created by music marketing companies and record labels. These fake listeners will never convert to real lifelong fans that will buy tickets to your shows. It is easy to pay for many playlists, however, this only results in short-term growth. You will have to keep paying for these playlists to maintain your growth, and these playlist companies will try to show you how their playlists are real, but they are not. If these playlists were really effective, don't you think Spotify would launch a pay-for-playlist strategy? Number two, high-quality music. If your music does not sound good yet and is not as professional as other artists who are doing well in your genre, you should focus on developing your skills and mixing first. This includes getting high quality audio recordings and mixing. It took me 6 years to get to a point where people take me seriously. This is something that you will want to improve for the rest of your life. You can spend money going to a studio, but that means you have to schedule your time and creativity around the studio's availability. Recording and mixing yourself is a very important skill to learn, and we can help you automate it with presets and templates. If you're interested in our free presets, you can download them below. And if you're interested in learning more about the recording and mixing process, I'll link my best tutorials in the description below. And number three, branding that makes sense. You should have the same avatar, which is the image of you, the same messaging, and the same @name on all social platforms that you can get. This makes it easier for people to find you quickly. Use cover art and album art that is high quality and visually appealing. You want it to match the vibe of your sound. So I like to do a closed eye test. So you close your eyes and use your mind to let the music show you the art. When you are listening to it with your eyes closed, what colors do you see when you hear the song? What atmosphere? What setting? Etc. Then using that test, I have a free and paid way to find cover art for your music. My favorite paid way is artgrab.io because it is royalty free one-of-one artworks, meaning that when you purchase the $50 to $100 piece of art, it is no longer available for the public to use. I like this way because your song is a one-of-one and the art with it should be a one-of-one as well. This is the best way to get it that I love using. The second website I like using is a free way to get high quality images, and it is called unsplash.com. And it is important to know the difference between royalty free and licensed photos. If you're using Google Images to get your artwork, there's a chance you're using licensed photos that someone can sue you for if you make money from them. So this happened to me, and I realized how important it is to use royalty free images from trustable image sites or to make it yourself. So there's two main ways that I like to create the art from scratch by myself, and it is Canva and Photoshop. So Canva is a free visual website to make your own cover art with amazing templates, and Photoshop is a paid software to create anything visually. This is a great skill to have for life. I'm not a graphic designer, but I find it to be one of the most valuable tools to have in my tool belt. It's one of the few subscriptions that I believe is well worth the price. If you try to cut corners with low quality music, low effort branding, and visuals, and paying for playlists, you'll never gain the respect of people who matter. You might get some yes men who will inflate your ego, but you'll never achieve real success that way. Real success comes from having people who actually enjoy your music and feel the need to share it with their friends. So now let's go over the first main strategy to blow your music up on Spotify. So the number one best free strategy to blowing up on Spotify is short content. I'll use my student Cyril as an example. example. He follows all of my advice and is doing extremely well for himself. His TikTok account has amassed over 350,000 followers, which resulted in 1 million Spotify streams. Now he has a full-time career in business from creating music content, all thanks to the strategy I'm about to share with you now. Now, this strategy works across TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. And there are 3 main ways to promote your music through short-form content. The first is simply performing your music, showcasing the best parts that will make people want to listen. The second strategy is to create a story around your song where you capture the viewer's attention with a captivating hook. This physically gives the viewer a reason to stream your music. The third way is using a hook related to your song to capture the viewer's attention. Follow this up with a snippet of your music. This will help increase the watch time and engagement of the video, overall resulting in more views and more people hearing your music. If you post 3 times a day on these platforms, you will be rewarded. Some videos will start to get more views than normal. This could result in hundreds or even thousands of streams on Spotify and a growing fan base on social media. This can take a few weeks or a few months. It depends on how good your videos are and how interesting the hooks are. I would suggest doing 3 pieces of content a day for 30 days straight is the way to go if you want the strategy to be effective. Consistency is key here. If you only post every other day or every 5 days and then stop, you're not going to see any growth. After 21 days of posting regularly, it will become a habit. Plus, this method allows your music and personality to reach more people organically. The second main strategy to blowing up on Spotify is paid campaigns. Now, this is the fastest strategy to getting your music out there and growing your fan base. So my favorite paid campaign right now that converts at a higher rate is by paying for TikTokers to use your song and campaign idea within their videos. For an example, for the latest song I just dropped called Remember Who You Are, I gave them an idea for my video that when the drop happens, that they use videos and or photos of experiences that made them who they are today. I like doing this TikTok campaign with playlist push because this makes it so TikTokers only who like the song and the content idea will make a video doing that. It's not forced or guaranteed. And now if a listener goes from the TikTok to your sound, to your Spotify, then you know that you're getting real listeners that like your song. My second favorite paid campaign strategy is by using Facebook and Instagram ads. You're paying for your piece of content to go in front of other people that might like your song. You want to figure out your target audience and figure out which other big artists that they listen to, and it's usually in the same genre, right? You want to target people like that with an ad, and your goal is to convert them to click the link, and that should pull up the song on a smart link that they can go from Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and any other platforms that you like. So even with 100 link clicks, you can now create lookalike audiences that will find you 1,000 potential listeners and put your ad in front of them. So the more you spend over time and the more data you collect from Facebook and Instagram, they're going to find people that converted to listeners, and they're going to be able to find more people like them. And that is the power of Facebook and Instagram ads and even YouTube ads. So if you make a music video, I would highly suggest, trying out YouTube ads and seeing if that converts fans. You'll know if you're getting real fans by the amount of comments and likes you get and subscribers. And in order to do any of this well, study your competition or peers and copy what's working for them. Realize the audio of your posts are what's unique and original to you. So feel free to do what's visually appealing to other trending videos in your genre. A book on this concept that I couldn't recommend enough is called Steal Like an Artist. It changed my whole perspective on being an artist and what being original actually means. And the difference between people who are successful and people who are not is that the successful people are willing to commit to their passions. They go all in on themselves because they know they have so much potential. But some people get confused about how to start following their passion, and that stops them from even trying. And trust me, I get it. I went from working a full-time job and being a full-time college student to now making over $40,000 a month for my music skills. It all started with self-belief and going all in on myself, knowing that I'm going to fail and use that failure to make me better. And that is all I have for this video. If you enjoyed, please smash that like button down below, turn it to confetti. And if you're new here, make sure to smash that subscribe button to get more videos like this. And if you're interested in another music marketing video that will really make sense and be like a light bulb moment for you, you gotta check out this right here.